Hi lovelies, and welcome back. I'm so happy that you're here and that you could join me and that we could spend this time together. It's always such a blessing. And on the topic, Valentine's Day was recently, and I've been talking a lot about relationships in a few of my past videos and managing feeling lonely and feeling like I should be in a relationship and accepting that maybe the best for me right now is just being single. Today I had like an epiphany. I was driving in my car and my car was having some problems that kept, I don't know, there was a problem in the gas tank. It was dirty. I don't really understand the mechanicals of it, but it kept showing like a warning sign and like beeping and showing like a little key that had to be fixed inside of a car and showing that I had no gas. And I had already taken my car to get fixed like this week, so I felt a little bit safer. I also study like an hour away from my house, so I was like on the way back like across the city and it kept beeping and I was like, it's fine, like I just took it, everything's gonna be fine, I can keep driving, I'm safe, like everything's gonna work out. But the car was freaking out, and today I was driving my car, the car was beeping and freaking out, and I was like, I'm gonna go where I have to go and then take it to get fixed. And I had like an epiphany of like, wow, you're really protected, and a lot of the relationships that I tried to manifest and I tried to hold on to at the same time that my heart and my soul was like, run, like not this guy, not this guy, not this guy, not the situation. And I kept trying to keep driving and my car kept beeping, and in my gut I knew that it was going to be fine if I kept driving because my car was fixed. There was nothing that wrong with it. But I knew that something had to be fixed and the car had to be taken to the mechanics, right? And I think the same goes on with like my personal life. There were lots of things where I was like, everything in me kept telling me to run and to go to the mechanics, and I was like, it's fine, like I know that the car is fine, like it's not gonna break down, but maybe sometimes we are gonna break down. And where I want to get with this message is that let's start really taking things at face value, and the people that we interact with, the friends, relationships, anybody, they show you exactly who they are in the first few interactions and in the first few moments that you have with them. It might be really minute and you might not really want to believe it because you're seeing all the other sides, but trust me when I say that when people show you who they are, believe them, because things will progressively get more intense and get worse throughout the days and throughout the time, and you're not going to fix anybody. Things are not going to get better. They might get better, like the person might evolve and everything, but they're really going to have to put in the effort and desire to be evolving. But the essence and the character of the person don't change. And being Valentine's and everything, like being close to Valentine's Day and everything, and watching a lot of my friends' relationships crumble and the most bizarre things happen to the most amazing people, and I'm just like, you were always light years ahead of this male, and he's treating you like shit when, okay, I'm not gonna be like too intense about it because I don't want to cause drama. And I like understand that everything is happening as it should, so they're in this situation for a reason and to learn a lesson. But it's basically like evolve or repeat. And it's simply that. It's like we're taking a test. I always talk about this. You're gonna take the test 1,000 times until you pass. Or you might take it twice, fail, and then the third time you're like, I'm gonna study, I'm gonna learn the lesson, and I'm gonna graduate this course and move on to the next course and not repeat the same cycle and not understand why we're not passing the test when we haven't properly sat down to study the content of the test and to understand why we're taking that test in the first place. And I think what I'm trying to get at is, why are we still repeating these cycles? I know that I'm repeating a cycle constantly with lots of different people, but it's the same exact situation. And I'm trying to really sit with myself and think about it, because I kept trying to be like, oh, like maybe I should. I'm not. I can't even talk about this anymore. I feel like I'm a broken record, but I'm gonna try to just give the message without giving too much about my personal life. But I realized that I was searching for something that I was only gonna find within myself, but I kept searching externally and gripping onto people instead of just sitting with myself and realize that, how can I give myself what I've been desiring? I heard a tarot reader say this, and I thought it was very interesting. That it was basically like, how can you nurture yourself in the ways that you're desiring to be nurtured? Whether that be like your love language is acts of service. Like, how can you show up and clean your house and do the things that you need to be doing and put the right energy towards that so you can feel nurtured in that way by yourself? Or if your love language is physical touch, which is like one of my main ones, how can you like hug yourself, like massage yourself, like lather yourself up in some oils and just sit there and hug yourself? I know it sounds a little bit outlandish, but it's amazing. And if your love language is like gift giving, give yourself some gifts. If it's words of affirmation, look at yourself in the mirror and give yourself the affirmations. Because I feel like I was desiring so much. Like, I'm so young. I was desiring to start a family and meet someone and be in love. And I realized that I just thought to myself, like, looking to the future, I would love to, like, 7 years from now, be really focused in my career and have amazing friends and family members around, and just be really focusing on myself and really just thriving by myself. I don't necessarily think that I need to have a family or have a partner to be fulfilled in that way. And I feel like sometimes, contradictory enough, I would be more fulfilled if I could be fully like focusing all of my energy to constructing the life of my dreams, which is something I talked about last month, where I was like, I'm gonna be single for the rest of the year, no more focusing on guys. And then I got the test paper and I failed another time. I got a little bit of a better grade, but I felt sad after taking the test because I was like, not this again. Not me ignoring every single red flag and not studying and thinking about someone else instead of thinking about myself, and wasting my time and my energy and having to put myself in a position where I failed the class instead of putting myself in a position where I could have just passed. And the epiphany that I had today was like, you're gonna be so happy. It doesn't matter if there's gonna be someone by your side. Everything is gonna be perfect. And I just saw like a 30-year-old version of myself, like 6 years from now, just beaming out of everything that I was able to construct and the time that I was able to dedicate to myself. Because wanting to or not, I feel like when we're in a relationship, a lot of our energy gets focused onto that, and that's amazing. We're constructing a beautiful relationship. But if it's not, if it's the wrong person, I feel like sometimes we just have to really think about the reasons why we're with that person and what is leading us to want that relationship and why we're attracted to that person, if they have something that we desire, if they're fulfilling something like an emptiness within you. And I've just realized that I'm gonna be a fabulous single bitch, even if I'm like, hopefully not when I'm 40, because I want to have kids and be able to grow up with my kids and hopefully have grandkids and everything. But I'm gonna be single fabulous, a little bit more Samantha, a little less Charlotte if you guys have watched Sex in the City. And it's gonna be so good to be able to focus all of this beautiful energy that I have towards my life and my dreams and my career. And I feel like your 20s is really the time to do that. And I'm excited. I'm happy to be excited. Hopefully, the next time the test comes, I can ace it and graduate and pass on to the next course. But if not, I'm sure I'll get a B plus, which is passing. But I'm striving for the A. and maybe the B plus will be good enough at the time. Hopefully the site can be broken, my epiphany can be the key that I needed to sit down and study and to pass the test once and for all and thrive as a magnificent, sexy, single, beautiful, kind. Guys, sometimes I feel like we just have to hype ourselves up because sometimes I feel like I'm feeling a little bit down and it would be nice to have someone reassuring me, but at the end of the day, that's really fleeting. And they can be a bitch and they can leave you, and sometimes I feel like we're investing so much energy into the worst people. Not that all people are bad, obviously, people always have good traits, but it's kind of like a thing I saw TikTok posting about this. I think her name is Sahara or something. She was saying that it was basically a video saying like be careful with the men that you get involved with because they'll take, and the energies go balancing themselves out. It's like holding a crystal. Your energy balances with the crystal and helps uplift you. But if you're balancing your energy out with someone that is lower energy than you and lower resources, not generous, not kind, not loving, then you're basically giving and you're depleting yourself. So much more exciting to think of the possibility of being able to overflow my cup and just pour it all into myself and watch it overflow into others, but not sit back and wait for people to pour into me because at the end of the day, we can pour into ourselves, and I think that's one of the biggest lessons I'm having this year and in this single Chinese journey. So, yay! Love you guys. See you soon, and let's slay. Whatever, we got this. Hopefully you can stick around and subscribe, and I'll see you very soon. Bye.